Thanks, Jess. Yeah, some good commentary there, Neil, isn't it? I was down there watching them make those changes. It was quite extraordinary because it was just when we thought they'd put that consistency genie back in the bottle, out it comes again. And they were wholesale changes. And watching how good Chaz's car was at Wanneroo, and you'll see this vision now, it almost looks like Golding said, give me that car, and it looks like they swapped. That didn't happen, but that's kind of what it looks like. So let's have a little look from in-car yesterday, because this is quite extraordinary. Golding fastest, Mostert right at the back of the grid. Now, I will say straight up, Mostert drove a beautiful lap with a car that was underperforming. He didn't rag it, he didn't throw it around, he did his best. But this is 0.8 of a second of a difference, and it'll just show you how small the increments. Now, first thing you need to notice, this is them coming onto the straight. This is Golding, this is Mostert, right? So this is lined up at exactly the same time. Look at this. 244 Ks versus 239 Ks. That's because Golding was getting onto the straight better, and watch this, he's going to hang onto a toe all the way around in the circuit, which is not much, but it's a little bit you're looking for. So let's get going. Along they come, right up through the years. They'll get to 270 Ks an hour, a big break, and we talk about trail braking. Now, I'm going to stop it right there for a second, and you can see already Golding, if you've got to look at the curbs here, look at that, much more curb there, is subtly in front already. Now, that's important because drivers often use what's called a reference lap on their dash. They'll know if they're up or down. If you're a driver, if you're Mostert and you see that you're down straight away at the first corner, that's demoralising. So you've got to take greater risks. So we already know Golding was up. He carried a lot of speed into turn one. He's steering beautiful coming out of there. On the throttle up, second, third, fifth. Now we're getting up to turn five. Change of direction here. Not much in between here, but there's a little bit of a change here. So we get through turn five, a real chassis setup corner. And that's where Chaz is having a bit of a drama. Now, I just want to rewind it here. So they've just come out of the right hand of turn five. I want you to look, first of all, at Golding steering, right? Have a look at this. He just feeds it in. Absolutely. I mean, as a race driver, we all want that. That is beautiful. By contrast, now let's look at Chaz's white gloves at the same point. Look at that. Look at that busyness at the wheel. Now, they're the little things. You've just got to subtly get out of the throttle and you lose time. So that was another little bit of a loss to Chaz in that lap. Then we go up into the hairpin, which is one of the tougher corners on the circuit. Slow 60 Ks an hour. Now, straight away, there was a big difference here because Chaz used first gear and Golding used second gear. Now, again, we see the same thing. If we go back into the middle of the corner, this is just stunning. Watch this. Watch Golding steering. Feeds it in, unwinds it, beautiful. Look at Chaz by comparison. Middle of the corner, working, correcting, working. That's costing time all the way around the lap. Now, we get a little bit further round into the fast lane. Golding made good gains here. I saw the data. He was really super quick through here. Absolutely beautiful. The run down here, this was probably the second biggest gain he made. The speed he carried over Chaz down through this area of the circuit was beautiful. And then we get to what we call the most important corner on any circuit, is the one onto the straight. It determines your speed onto the straight. You see Golding, he held onto Heimgartner in front of him for a tow. And if we just come back and have a look at that. Again, when they come down onto the straight, there's the end of the curb there. Well, you can see Golding's already cleared it. And I went back and studied their gear shifts. And Golding was pulling his gears about half a second earlier than Mostert out of that corner. So it wasn't a power thing up the end of the straight. He was getting onto the circuit. And if you, again, look at Chaz's wheel as he comes down onto the straight, just that little bit of wheel work, not much. And if you contrast that with Golding, a little bit, not much. And then we go to the end of the lap, up through the years, second, third, fourth, up to 60, 270 Ks an hour, and you'll see Golding gets to the finish line right there, and Mostert, that's not the line there, the line's up here somewhere. So at 250 odd Ks an hour, they're probably doing there, that's what, 50, 60 metres? That's what 0.8 of a second looks like.